In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create an awesome online course so that you stand out head and shoulders above the competition. So if you are ready to increase your revenue, increase your sales, and have an awesome course, stick around. Hey there, my name is ALANDA Carter, and I've designed and developed thousands of hours of online training. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you the exact secret on how to create an awesome course like you've never seen before. I'm going to teach you the 5 components that need to be in your course that is totally overlooked by the competition. And once you implement these 5 components, your course will be absolutely awesome. Component number 1 is have an introduction. Literally create a video where you introduce yourself, explain who you are, some of the things that you like, paint yourself as a real person, and then provide an opportunity for your students to introduce themselves and ask them this question. Ask them what their expectations are for the course. That is going to help you meet their needs. That also is going to give you insight into something like maybe that you left out, that you hadn't thought about, that you can then interweave into your course content. Component 2 is to create a course overview. This is going to act like a course syllabus. I suggest that you write out what the expectations are that you have for the people who are taking the course, what the expectations they should have from you, as well as to kind of include an outline, what you're going to be covering and the order that you're going to be covering the content. Communication. You need to lay out for your students how they are to communicate with you. And this is something that I see missing from so many courses, is that students have absolutely no way to ask questions. And I can guarantee you that someone is going to have a question, and there is nothing worse than feeling like you're just on an island all on your own trying to figure something out. If you have children, think about if they have a question about an assignment and if they were not able to ask for clarification. How would you feel as a parent? How would your child feel? Or if you're in school yourself and you have a professor that just isn't available, it doesn't have office hours, how do you feel? It's really kind of just disheartening. And so for you to really connect with your students, do things like have virtual office hours, have a discussion thread. But within your communication section, you need to let them know how they are to communicate with you and how you're going to communicate with them. The 4th component is the actual content, what you're teaching. And how you organize this is, first, you provide an overview. You want, again, to lay out the expectations of what is coming up, of what people will be learning. After that, include your content, your actual instructional materials. And my preference for anything that is being taught is for it to be project-based. The reason it should be project-based is that way people are able to apply new skills as they go along in your course, and you are able to provide corrective feedback. So after you provide your content and you give them an assignment that should be written within your content, provide what's called a rubric. Don't worry, I'll create another video about what a rubric is, but basically it is something that people can use to kind of look at and decide, like, okay, how well are they doing? How well are they implementing what it is that you are teaching? And the very last thing that should be included within each section of your course, whether it's a lesson, a module, whatever you want to call it, is feedback. People should be able to submit whatever it is that they're creating, that you're teaching them about, and provide feedback. And a great way to provide feedback is to allow students to interact with each other and tell them what they like, what they don't like, what they can improve upon, so that you can create a real community. I'm huge on creating communities for learning. The 5th and final component is evaluation. This is something that you would include at the end of your course, and ask your students things like what worked, what didn't work. Did they meet the expectations that they told you about, that they wrote, on the introduction portion of your course? Or did something fall short? You need to know that, because that's going to help you improve your course over the long haul, because a course is never one and done. You always need to look for ways to improve it, to ensure that people are actually learning. And then in addition to asking this at the end of your course, what makes an evaluation even better, and I'll create another video about this. I've created one in the past, but I'm going to totally update it, is that you would send out a survey, like with SurveyMonkey or something, or with a Google form of some sort. And you would ask people questions about how they were able to implement it now in the real world, like 30, 60 days after they've taken the course. You want to get the feedback of how people are actually to do, now that they've learned from you, how they do it in real life. Now you know the 5 components to make your online course absolutely awesome. And before I go, I have a question for you. I would love to know what you will be able to implement right away the next time you create an online course. Go ahead and drop it below in the comments and let me know. To personally thank you for sticking around and watching my video. I really appreciate it. And one more thing, I want you to remember this: change starts now.